Hey, let's got here and it's time to talk about Hell's Paradise. And this episode I liked it because we actually see a bit more of the Tensen, or at least the younger ones beside Rien. And it seems like Rien and the Grandmaster kind of did some more fucked up things, to say the least. I'm really curious what happened with them that they changed so much. And we'll see how their change affected everything with the others here, and them kind of losing their sense of reality with time and with things that have been going on. And I'm really liking Gante, what he did in this episode, but also kind of seeing a different light Taofa and Jufa. They feel a bit more tragic in a way. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, picks up from last week with the fight, but before that we also get a bit of a flashback with Gante, and he kind of reminded me a bit of Vagabond, if you guys read Vagabond, and last episode with him kind of having that same grin and smile on his face as Zaraki from Bleach. But in this episode here with his flashback, it definitely felt a bit like Musashi from Vagabond. I'm not gonna get into spoilers with Vagabond, but we see him training here and with this old swordsman that was training him and kind of giving him training not just physically, but especially more mentally, telling him he's too greedy, he wants too many things. And we kind of see it a bit how he went for that fame, he wanted more and more and more, he kind of lost sight of himself. And even here, he finally realized the word of his master, the less you have, the better you see. And he kind of internalized that, and he was able to get mentally into shape, so to say. You can be as strong as you want physically, but if your mental is not in a good place, especially for things like this, philosophical things and strength things, being the strongest, and how they went about it here or other series, he really needed this moment there, and he's actually able to cut Taofa, and he proceeds to cut and more cut here. But yeah, they were not gonna win this fight, needing the hindering Tao, and Fuchi was not able to be the one to cut her, but he gets the idea to actually tackle Taofa, hold her to hinder her flow of Tao there, and for Gante to be the one to cut just at the tip. They're like at the limit to not actually hit Fuchi also, but considering the state of his eyes, I'm like, yeah, that's easier said than done. But what I like is how Fuchi is able to control Gante, not through magic or things like that, just knows the button to press him, just goads him into it. Oh, this is easy for us, Simon. You can do it also, right? Playing into his pride. And of course he's able to do it. He actually closes his eyes there, casts off everything. He kind of lives into that moment there, and he does it very, very cleanly. They didn't kill Taofa yet. We're gonna get into that because we also see the other half of the fight. Chobei, Toma versus Jufa. And I like how Toma stopped Chobei from transforming. Let's do this together. And what was great, we see how similar they kind of are, Chobei and Toma, similar to Jufa and Taofa, because they're very codependent on each other. They only care about each other here. And this is even Jufa admitting, yes, I might see you as livestock, but at least I agree on that point, with Chobei saying he only needs his brother there, and Taofa asking for help, and we see them transforming. They're kind of fusing themselves together. And then we get probably the most interesting part in this episode, the flashback with the Tensen. We see them as kids, Jufa, Taofa, and others, and with Rien here. And we see how Taofa was kind of like an actual innocent kid, scared of monsters there, not feeling comfortable with the things that were happening there. She was really cute, needed protection, and Jufa kind of took that role like a brother for her, them always being together, protecting each other. Here we see Mei was also present, teaching Jufa about feelings, relating to people, emotions and things like that. She was kind of like the one that was keeping them grounded. Then when she went missing, they kind of fell apart, and I think Rian did that intentionally, forcing them into this situation, transforming them into water. I'm not talking about the monster and plant thing. Fucked up their mind a lot, took all of the kindness, good things from their life away, and twisted them very much. So, and they didn't know why Mei went missing here. And yeah, Rian with the experiments, pushing it more and more, teaching the kids very fucked up things, to put it mildly here, and even force grew Jufa a bit into adulthood or teenhood. They're assign each of them what they're gonna train, and Jufa and Taufa kind of being together to train into Bocchi, kind of pair them together. They are kind, but they slowly lost that more and more because of Rien, but also because of time and how things were there for them. Just kind of losing, are we actually gonna get this immortality? Is all of this worth it? Are we gonna be able to do this? What are we gonna do? We're not actually immortal. We need to absorb that and that, and just a long time, and thanks to Rien's influence, they lost their sense of reality here, even amongst themselves, but especially the two of them were kind of good at the start, but they lost it more and more, and now we see them being swept with the flow. They're even agreeing to bring in humans to continue the experiments here, and Jufa even questioning his own sanity, and Taufa at some point, are we the ones that are wrong here? The others were doing what Rien wanted, but they're kind of questioning this, and then we see it in that final moment there, and Taufa actually went through with it to put the flowers to attract humans, even though she was against it, but she kind of went through the same feelings that seemed probably, and she gave in a way, and Rien influencing her. The trembling moment that she had there when she was putting the flowers and Jufa was with her, they kind of agreed to do what was needed, at least what they thought was needed, and that's why it kind of makes them a bit tragic. Doesn't excuse their actions, far from it, but now I understand them a bit more, and I like this quite a lot. But I'm also curious what happened with Rien to make him like that, and the Grandmaster there, and yeah, this was fucked up for them, losing their sense of reality here, and then we see them in the present with that transformation. It felt like biblically accurate angel plant form here. Insane looking here, and they fly outside. They're kind of fused together now, even though Taufa's tandem was cut, but I don't think fully Zhaofa was able to save her in a way. I'm curious how that's going to happen, and if they're gonna be able to kill them now that they're fused here, and those spores that they were spreading, one of them actually hits Gante, kind of loses himself, kind of mirroring what we talked about here. Even though he was bleeding hard, was like, I just want to go for the kill. He felt like a complete lunatic. Gave me vibes like Joker spread his own Joker poison there in a way. But Fuchi is able to remove it, save him from that. And Chobe actually transforms, and Toma lets him do this and goes to attack the fusion paired. Doesn't work well for me. He gets body slammed all over the place. This is not gonna be a fight you're gonna be able to win individually, and I liked them being pushed together to work together, especially Gante and Chobe. The banter was great between them. So yeah, all four now are gonna have to work together to see if they're able to defeat the two of them fused here. So we're gonna have to wait for next week, and we still have no information about Gabimaru. What exactly happened to him? Is he gonna be able to come back? He's probably gonna be able, but I'm curious how he's gonna be able to do it. There's no way they're killing Gabimaru, right? But we also have an end credit scene, which you see the Shugen's group moving forward, and this ninja feels very, very suspicious. I feel like they're planning more and more different. We know they want to kill Gabimaru, other plans, but feel like they're manipulating the movements of Shugen a bit here. They know how he's very angry, showing him the items of Tenja and Genji, the ones that were killed, kind of pushing them against the criminals here. And Shugen actually uses the horse whistle, how they call it, to be able to control the monsters to travel fast, like actual horses riding the monsters here. So we're gonna have the third party also get involved, considering everything that's going on this island. It feels like it's gonna go insane here. So yeah, I liked this episode. It feels like I'm blinking, and the episode is over. Gante was great. Fuchi is also great. Even though he wasn't able to fight, he was the one that kept his mind cool and in control there. So I'm liking it quite a lot, and the pacing is great there. But I'm gonna have to see where it goes. But I'm curious what you guys thought about this episode, but especially the flashbacks with the Tensen and how they became twisted thanks to Rien and the passing of times and losing themselves there. So let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Hell's Paradise. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.